What's up, fish keepers? It's your boy, Magnum PI, and this is the second episode of Brenton's Fish. A show where I just come and try to catch you up with what's been going on in my life, my fish room, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've touched base. My vinegar eels are ready. I need to list the vinegar eels onto the website, and that'll be another food culture. I'm working on white worms. I'm working on micro worms. Those will go along with the scuds as fish food. Really, food for my fish, food for your fish, food for our fish. I scoured the internet and I got myself a prize. It's a bag of white powder. So this is Fenbendazole. It is my favorite fish dewormer. One of the first steps I have to take with live bears if I see them acting funny. I like all of the dewormers. They all have their song and dance. But it's a lot. It's more than I've ever have. It's probably more than I'll need the rest of my life. And it's not set up to dissolve in water. So I got this in the mail along with other medicines. And it was in a big paper envelope. And I stabbed a knife through it. And of course, white powder shot everywhere, shot in my mouth, in my eyes. I felt like I could breathe it. I've got tape kind of holding it together. So I guess that's my story. Be careful when you order big industrial size packets of fish medicine. Don't stab the knife through it. And what really gets me is this does not dissolve in water. I've tried to put it in hot water. I've tried to put it in a shaker, a protein shaker. I've tried to put it in a grinder. And this stuff, it is hydrophobic. It floats on the water like keeping an air bubbler and the surface agitated. And you put your, a teaspoon per 20 gallons in there. And you have to wait maybe a day or two for it to dissolve. I got this from angelsplus.com. No, I got this from somewhere else. It was a Discus website. Just find y'all the name, discus.com. So I have used angelsplus.com for medicine, fish food medicine. They'll give you your gram negative, your gram positive antibiotic. They give you the 4 dewormers in food form. This was discus.com. You can get your doxycycline, your other antibiotics. They'll split up the medicine categories and symptoms, which has got me a little bit getting used to navigate. But really cool. I feel powerful. Wanted to share that with y'all. Fenbendazole. Sometimes I'm wondering if I'm even pronouncing it right. Forgive me. I'll call it Fenben. I love common names for the common people. No problems if you use scientific names. Mad respect. I believe in common names. I tried to collect driftwood here in the southeast. I thought maybe some southern oak. I went next to the ocean and I thought maybe the coast will bleach the pieces of wood that fall in there. And when I got those pieces of wood back, and they looked kind of like on the fritz, right? They weren't brown anymore, they were gray. I put them in a boiling pot outside, and it basically kind of dissolved and rotted in that pot. It was so gross. I smelled like salt barnacle. So don't do that. Or at least I failed at collecting my own driftwood. And I can see why they only use Mopani and Malaysian driftwood. And all of the spider wood, because it gets nasty quick. And then the leaves, I have southern oak leaves, we give it turkey oaks, any kind of oak you can think of. And I'll see them selling these bags of leaves to reptile owners for $15 for what is garbage in my region. But I've tried to use these oak trees leaves to treat my fish, and they don't work as well as the Indian almond leaf. They break down differently, they get slimy. Whereas the Indian almond leaf kind of falls apart with dignity. I can't explain it, but I can see now why we use Indian almond leaves instead of every leaf under the sun. I've got my reverse osmosis system in and functioning. It's plugged in. It's not in its final mounted place yet. I'm not sure if y'all remember some of my videos where I've been having trouble with beta fins, but I'm seeing the first signs of improvement now. And I can only assume that this was my tap water. I always had a gut feeling, but in the back of my mind, I was a little scared. What if these torn beta fins aren't going to get fixed when I use the RODI water? There's obviously something else I'm doing wrong. But no, what's going on is I'm seeing improvement. I did lose one. He was a little too far gone And even though I was switching out his water with RO water, first the full water change, and then, 15% after that, I wasn't able to save him with Stress Guard and Polyguard. Tap water has been the bane of my existence. I finally went over that hill. I would definitely advise other freshwater fish keepers to do the same. Don't just leave that little piece of equipment for the saltwater guys. And then I'm looking at what comes standard with the bulk reef supply is a 1 micron canister. It's a sediment filter. Each canister does a different thing. This one is 1 micron. And I think I'm going to need a 5 micron canister right before it goes to the 1 micron sediment filter canister, because I have a lot of gunk in my water. If your 1 micron sediment filter turns orange too quick, you have a lot of iron in your water. You have a lot of things going on in your water, and you're going to constantly be replacing that fine filter, and that you can put a filter not as fine right in front of it to kind of break up that load, and you won't be switching out filters so quick, but you're going to get the full protection of not sending little particles to the other parts of your reverse osmosis system. I've slowly been emptying out every tank, refilling it with RO water. It's completely changed my process for changing water, since I can attach a little hose directly from the sink onto the tank. It's already dechlorinated. It's already great. I'm dialing in what do I need to do with baking soda and what do I need to do with Seachem equilibrium to get just the right amount of hardness for my live bearers. But when I empty these tanks and fill them up, I swear the guppies dance under the RO water. They're always happy during a water change. I'm always a little thrown off as to are they think it's feeding time, or they just like the water. And eventually I just decided they do like the water. And now I'm seeing that even more. They dance under it almost. They're excited to get under it. So I guess that's what I wanted to share is RODI changed my life. I did have to use some brain power to understand the system. Using air pumps with airlines, though, it's very similar. And I think that wrapping your mind around a reverse osmosis system is a lot easier to do for the first time if you've already wrapped your mind around an air pump system and how the airlines work and the pressure between them. I am due another fish room tour. I always felt guilty. I would wait maybe 2 or 3 months in between tours. Nothing has changed enough for me to really have a lot of meat on the bones for those videos. But it's been so long. So many things have changed. I have so many new breeds of fish that, I could just go through, feed them all, talk about them all. That's somewhat on the radar. Spring is coming in. We were experiencing that drought right over here in North Florida. Rain came rolling in. I can hear all the frogs. The green grass is coming up just in time for May. I got a few things I want to do with those outside summer ponds, mainly get them nice and covered and sustainable from outside wildlife threats. You go out there and I see skanks and legless lizards all over the place. They really like the little body of water I provide, particularly during a drought. My entire yard becomes a hub for animals, both birds, lizards, much to my displeasure. A lot of moles and a lot of little mammals digging beneath the ground that I want to go away so they don't dig up the foundation of my house. So wrapping my mind around that, little sonic spikes to get them away, I don't know. I really want to get serious about breeding betas. I want to get serious about all the types of fish I have. I want to double down. I want to triple, quadruple what's going on there as far as strains. Rice fish are on the radar. I never know how any of this is going to play out. And then I have a few Endler colonies that look really good that are forming and will be ready to show up on the website before long. So I guess I'll leave y'all here. Until next time, fish keepers. Until next time.
These fish like to eat.
Please join us. Please join us. Please join us.
Join us.